How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RIDDLES, and welcome back to a brand new video. Sorry if the light is a little bit too bright for you, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about today? Well, we got ourselves some Pokemon rumors and things to talk about, some leaks that I think you guys will enjoy, so let's start things off from right here. If you didn't watch our video from yesterday, Riddler Khu, this person right here, if you don't know who he is, Riddler Khu is a leaker who's leaked legitimate information, and yesterday he posted a bunch of stuff. He started posting a bunch of these, images of these Generation 9, so Gen 9 Scarlet and Violet sprites of Pokemon that weren't even in here yet, that weren't even in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet yet, that are not still in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but they have sprites of them, which is interesting because this was basically a leak. And I think Central Pokemon, which is a leak aggregation website that just kind of like collects leaks and stuff, they also said all Gen 9 style sprites have leaked. Yes, so all Generation 9 styled sprites are now leaked. You guys can see them all here. I am not gonna, go to the Discord link that's right there. But basically, all the money in here, like Ashqua Ninja, like Necrozma and all that, all the different forms of everything are literally in here. So you guys can see every single Pokemon, I think, that exists is on this list right here. Literally everything. Even the egg, even the Pokemon egg is up there. But either way, so what does this matter? Well, basically, all this leaked, and this is where this interesting part comes in, which is that Riddler Khu, again, we're going to go over to his profile and check out specifically what he was talking about, because Riddler Khu posted something very intriguing, which is specifically this right here. These images of these specific Pokemon, which people are wondering if these are definitely the first one here is hinting at the third legendary. Because he does riddles. He likes to riddle things, and that's his way of telling us information. He doesn't tell you blatantly to your face, this is what you're going to get. Instead, he does these little riddles, these little, theory thingies for us to uncover. And here's the thing that's been broken down by Soul Silver, also one of our friends, who says, this one is for all the believers out there. Khu has already hinted at AZ's Floette returning in some capacity. Maybe it's as simple as it being reworked into a Paradox-like Pokemon, I guess, or other cut Pokemon. His newest riddle also might not be a direct hint to AZ's Floette, but instead a Kalos, or should I say a part of Kalos, that we may actually be able to return to in the DLC. Or, it could be both. These are just my first impressions of these riddles. And then he continues on, and he's referring to this tweet right here of the Floette. And he says, also, I attached a screenshot of his follow-up tweet, because if AZ's Floette is returning, there's also a high possibility that all the other things he listed, will they make it in that tweet, are coming back too. And now we're going to go over to take a look at some of these, breakdowns that have been done right here. So here is one of his theories. And he says, spoilery theory, just my first impression on this. I'll have to dig deeper later on. The first thing is no. This isn't saying Megas and Primals or Ultra Beasts or even Ultra Necrozma are coming back. No, this is not what he means by these tweets. These tweets don't imply that any of this is coming back. Instead, what this is referring to is most likely the typing or the forms of certain Pokemon. He says, that's probably just playing with you, part of this. Second huge thing to notice is Khu's name change today is Khu's fashionable hat. My number one theory is that these are all Pokemon or proxies for other common Pokemon, maybe their types or just how they look, that will get a fashionable hat in the DLC, aka get a new form of sorts, right? He says, I just had an epiphany. This could mean that the normal Floette could also get a fashionable hat that may make it look almost like AZ's Floette. We'll always think new paradoxes, but we could get other things instead. I don't know. This makes so much sense to me. And then, of course, this is back to what he posted here, which is, this is one for all the believers out there. Khu has already hinted at AZ's Floette returning in some capacity back in the day when he actually tweeted, do you think AZ Floette makes it this time? Do you think Cap Pikachu would get a new member? Do you think Vivillon would get the 21st pattern? Do you think more Go exclusives and Scarlet and Violet compatible forms exist? We got so many questions unanswered, winky face, because clearly he's hinting at something more to happen there. He continues on. Honestly, though, there seems to be an endless amount of ways this could go. The next big theory I like is that all these Pokemon are pointing to the third legendary. Kalos Capsule is especially great here, or maybe that ruinous legendaries get forms, or that each Pokemon, each Pokemon he shared separately means something new entirely, or that they are hints for new Pokemon. And what's with this clear connection to Fire and Dragon type Pokemon? So here's what Kalos said, and I covered this in a video yesterday. I'm gonna just gloss over it fast, which is this is about the third legend, right? Charizard X equals Dragon type plus hinting at different Terra types, similar to how we expected Charizard to become a dragon, and it finally did. Groudon equals Ground type. Maya Pottery, fair enough. Superior equals combo of reptiles. Legend could be an iguana turtle, which is kind of something we speculated for a while. And then Zen mode is the Terra Fire on it. So there you go. We got a few other theories as well. Two of these Pokemon add a secondary fire typing after for change. One of these adds a secondary dragon typing, and one of these is the only starter without arms or legs, which, yes, it actually makes total sense. Actually, that makes total freaking sense. Holy, this is definitely the third legendary then. Fire, ground, grass, ice, the treasures of ruin. Dragon from another dimension, dragon made of crystals. They're all fire something except for the superior. Maybe another quartet of legendaries. Don't know if that's going to be the case. The way I see it, and also some insiders seem to confirm, Mega Charizard, new special terraforms for the starters. Koraidon and Miraidon have new forms in the DLC, similar to primal forms. 3, old trio of starters return. 4, new divergent and convergent forms. And then somebody else here says, I bet there's going to be 4 new Pokemon that are Fire Dragon, Fire Ground, Grass, and Ice Fire, which is not what I think is going to happen, but we'll see. Backtracking just a bit, I want to focus on it being related to the third legendary. There's one more huge thing about this riddle, and that is these new Scarlet and Violet sprites, which, yes, you guys saw the whole thing as leaked for Megas and Primals, etc., that have never been released. Maybe Khu posted the first tweet to show them off, but actually this has been confirmed now that it is real. And he then continues, I'm sure more info will develop, so on and so forth, and so attaching this here so that all my theories can be in one big thread, and it's just like a big connection of all this. And he says, well, one of the mysteries is solved, and this might be a big mystery, honestly. What are all the chances Khu posts today were in riddles, but he was the first to actually leak and share these new sprites found in a home data mine? May have just wasted my whole day breaking these tweets down, but there's still some other nuggets in these breakdowns, if you know what I mean. And that's the thing. We're going to get back into one of these big theories. This is a big theory here. He says, this is a really fantastic theory thread on Khu's riddles from today as well. I really like the idea that Nihilego is a hat pair that with Reshiram, and maybe it's pointing to a legendary getting a special Terrestrial hat or multiple legendaries. We're going to go into this post right here from Boreal Buffet. So it says, my 2 cents about Khu's latest tweet. First, here there are 4 Pokemon. 3 of them are changing forms of Pokemon. Mega Charizard, Primal Groudon, and Zen Galarian Darmanitan. All of them are fire type. The only one is superior. So let's continue. So it's plausible, thinking about a new fire unique Terrastol or superior, maybe with a new ability, because Khu hinted a few tweets ago something similar to Megas will be in Scarlet and Violet DLC. So here's what he says. One of them is different, which, and says, this was DLC riddle in every sense, by the way. And he says, and then somebody says, asked, it's okay, tell me the answer. He says Mega, the one that's different than all these being the Mega, because it, I guess in this case, adds a literal extra typing to it, or changes its typing, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Whereas the other ones here, like Z-Move, it's just an enhanced version of the move. Dynamax just makes the Pokemon larger and more powerful, doesn't actually change its typing or anything. And Terrastol is kind of also, I mean, it's all about typing, but it doesn't change the literal type of the Pokemon. It has a Terra type, which is, you know, kind of a third layer of typing, right? So yeah. By the way, he says continue. Second, Khu is hinting that the attitude of Nihilego to lean on Pokemon, on the Pokemon's head to control them, like a big hat. Nihilego is a crystal-like creature, so my guess is Koraidon, that's similar to Reshiram and it's a cover Pokemon too, is going to have a special Terrastol hat. And third, we know that the third legendary of Scarlet and Violet is the origin of the Terrastol effects, and it's a creature made by light and crystals, thanks to the Scarlet and Violet books. It's the same of Ultra Necrozma, which is made by light and crystals. It's the origin of Z-Moves. It's a third legendary, which, yes, of course, makes total sense. The sentence, last but not least, I guess what I'm trying to say, could be hinting, in my honest opinion, that the new third legendary is not the last Pokemon of this gen, or maybe that it's got multiple forms to fight like Necrozma in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you know, something like, this is not my final form. So again, it's a solid theory, solid approach to it. I do like the fact that he brings up this old stuff, kind of hinting at what Khu said, again, the leaker, what he said a while back, which is that there is going to be some sort of feature, something that's going to show up in the DLC that's a bit different. So what's that going to be exactly? Well, is it going to be this right here? They're going to change, like give us a terraform, right, or terrastylized Pokemon, but make the hats different and unique and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I think for the most part, we've seen a lot of the stuff that's already been posted. I don't really think we missed anything from Soul. It's pretty much all been covered as of right now. We're gonna just look through and make sure. There's also shout out to Lutu here for kind of making a giant archive of all the sprites, all the new ones and whatnot. It is pretty sick. I'm gonna be needing these for videos, so that's gonna be great. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot, man. There's a lot of things going on right now, which I'm very curious about. So I want to just hear what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. We'll have more stuff to talk about soon. I'll actually have a double upload today, maybe for you guys, because I've got some other stuff to talk about. And also go back to Ruffle Rally channel as well, because over there we're going to be posting a ROM hack or fan game top 10 most likely today. So thank you all for watching. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.